I'm Max McCracken. Here's some of my fighters I'd like you to meet.
My name is Lucy Kings-Wheatley. I'm 19 years old. It's a long one as well, actually. I started off kickboxing when I was 7, and I did that for 11, 12 years. But obviously, I'd progressed in the sport down like the amateur route in it, and I just thought really it was time for a bit of a change. Like I needed to do something a little bit different. I was in the same environment all the time, so I went looking for a boxing gym and come into Acocks Green, and now this is home as well. 60 kilos at the minute, lightweight, yeah. So again, it's a weird one. So I've actually only had 3 amateur bouts in boxing, but because my kickboxing record was so high and I'd had like 90 plus bouts, it was kind of like converted over to 45 bouts in boxing. So I'd had to go like straight into the elites. Well, for me, the first it was like kind of thrown into the deep end, so it was quite scary at first, and couldn't get me about at first, so it just had to be straight into the national championships. And again, like I say, thrown into the deep end. I went to the semi-finals of that and won that, and then obviously went to the finals of nationals and won that as well. So we got kind of, I don't want to say lucky because I worked hard for it, but you know, it was a jump into the deep end. Obviously, after the nationals, you get that kind of like a letter just to say that you get an assessment. The finalists, both finalists, whether you win or lose, get the assessment. And I think I had the first assessment in June. Obviously, I was just really nervous for it. But it kind of just consisted of like GB's daily training. So we'd get up, go for a run in the morning. That'd be like the first one we did, I think, was a 3K time trial. So just as fast as you could, obviously doing the 3K. Then we'd do like technical sparring, open round sparring, bit of bag work, and a little bit of strength and conditioning, but it was more just testing. And then each time I've gone, kind of done the same thing. The next one that I'll be going to will be the final one. I think the last one was supposed to be the final one, but then they kind of pushed it forward a little bit. Maybe they just want to see more from all of us. Excited, nervous, I don't know. Feel good about it though. Like the last one was kind of like, I felt reassured. I felt like I'd done quite well in the last one. Whereas the first two, I felt like a little bit, I didn't know what was going on. But now going into it again, because I know what's going to happen, kind of, I'm a bit more comfortable. I think the obvious one is going to be Katie Taylor, obviously in the female kind of female sense. You know, I think all the females look up to Katie Taylor, even the males. Everyone in boxing looks up to Katie Taylor. She's definitely up there. Big Lomachenko fan. You know, I love his style. I look up to that 100%. Probably my favourite. It'd probably be Natasha Jonas, just because of her mindset going into all her fights. Like, you look at her and she really like, I wouldn't say struggle because she's a good boxer, but she never quite got that world title shot, and then she kept trying, and then obviously just recently she got it, and I love that mindset, and I just love everything about her. So obviously I'm in the amateurs now. That's got to be the goal staying in there. First, like the closest goal that I've got is GB, obviously. So hopefully that pulls through. At the minute it's looking good. I don't want to say in case I'm doing absolutely terrible, but I'm feeling good at the minute. Next stage after that, hopefully something like the under-22 Europeans, and then carrying it through to Worlds, other competitions, and then Commonwealth Games, Olympics. I just want to go as far as possible in the amateurs, and then obviously after that, if there is, then turn over into the pros. Yeah, again, it's one of them ones like when I made the switch from kickboxing, I was I've always been quite introverted. I've never been like that outgoing in terms of like speaking to everyone, so I was a bit nervous. I've been in a kickboxing environment in the same gym for 12 years, so I hadn't known anything else outside. And my instructor from my kickboxing gym said, you know, try out a few gyms first, just have a look, see how you feel. And I came to Acocks Green first, obviously. But as soon as I got here, it kind of just clicked, and I felt that warm feeling, I felt that homely feeling, and everyone was so inviting that I didn't even end up going to any other gyms. I kind of just went straight here, and it just felt right. So we was in the old gym before, the smaller one, so it was really like snug. It was small, and it was better for me at the time because there was less people, and obviously I was getting to know other people. And now that we've moved into this big gym, it's kind of like all firing out at us. Like, we've got new people coming in, so it's getting a lot more busier. The coaches, obviously, they're doing their best in and out of the gym all the time. There's a lot of people, a lot of members to look after, and it's just growing. I think it's the biggest gym in Birmingham at the minute, but I'm quite looking forward to seeing how it grows now. Like, this is just the beginning of it. So, Dicko, his name is Chris, and Craig as well, and there's also Chad. So there's four of them really. I think Dicko and Chris kind of take the main stage in terms of the coaching, and then obviously there's Chan as well, and then obviously Craig, who owns the gym. So mainly them four, and then obviously with the pros, then it's Max as well. But Max helps me out as well. So it's different. Like you can see like the two different styles between the amateurs and the pros. So it's difficult to kind of put yourself under one. I mean, my style, I think, you know, I've got a bit more of an amateur style class into the pros, but I know the pros about, setting a bit more of a pace, whereas the amateurs is like a fast pace. It's kind of all about scoring, whereas the amateurs, and the pros, sorry, it's about kind of sinking in the power a bit more. But the pros, it's definitely, I wouldn't say harder either. I'd just say it's different. It's a lot different, but it's good. I'd say, well, I've only just kind of got to know him. So far, I've been liking it. I've been coming, well, been trying to get in most mornings. Sometimes I can't because I'm working as well. But I'm learning to like sit down on my shots a little bit more, whereas look at the amateur side, and it is like bouncy, kind of like scoring your shots. So Max kind of helping me in the sense of like slowing down the pace, sometimes upping the pace, going through the gears, and obviously sinking in on my shots a little bit more. But yeah, like now I'm starting to get to know him. He's definitely trying to push me out of my comfort zone a lot more. Definitely, I'd say like, I don't know how to explain it. Almost like sitting down on my shots. So again, with that, I relate back to the amateurs. It's a lot about scoring, moving, scoring. But doing pads with Max recently, he's been teaching me just to kind of like learn how to transfer body weight onto each side, just to kind of get that power in as well. So that way, when I'm in the amateurs, I can mix it up. I've got, the scoring side, fast punching, moving out, and then being able to sit down on my shots as well. I've kind of got the both. Max is quite quiet, which is something that I quite like about him. But he really can see your weaknesses and strengths and uses that to obviously help you improve. So it's not just making me work on the strengths that I've got, but obviously the weaknesses that I've got, which, again, referring to transferring like power, sitting down on my shots. That's really what he's kind of been pushing on me a little bit. Say he really kind of outlines the strengths and weaknesses that I've got. Just little things, little changes, and I think you can't really, as a coach, you can't really change someone's style, but you can add those little things, and I think that's what Max has got an eye for. So any boxer would say, they're in the gym 24/7, so there's not like loads of time for hobbies because it's just like, it's 24/7, eat, sleep, train, repeat kind of thing. But I don't know, for me, I like cartoons and anime kind of stuff. I've always been like a massive fan of like, the top animes like Naruto and Dragon Ball Z. Sounds kind of silly now, but that's the kind of thing that I just like I like reading like the mangas and obviously watching the animes, but I'd say that's my biggest hobby outside of that.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.